So to get this ready to add color to it, you would want to go ahead and emphasize the outline of the actual shape you want us to see. So meaning you're going to show us the difference between your finished drawing and your sketch. So your sketch would include where you did the rectangle and everything. We don't want to see some of these lines. We don't want them to show up in the final painting. So you could use something like a black colored pencil, a marker, a black crayon. I'm going to use this marker so that I know this line's showing up really well on the video. So here, I'm not going to continue to trace the line because that would show the rectangle. I'm going to continue along the dog's head and face here. The nose overlaps the corner there, so I'm going to draw that right on top of it. So I'm not going to draw the whole line here. I'm going to go down to where the tongue sticks out. I'm going to draw that so it's sticking out on top of the bottom of the mouth shape. So this gets outlined. But when I get here, I stop, I jump over the tongue, I go down to his neck. So there's things I'm going to trace to emphasize, but there's things I'm not going to emphasize. For instance, I'm not drawing the rectangle there, but I do want to see his collar. So I'm going to jump over it to finish that, but then I'm going to draw the line for his collar. So I'm using a tool that could give me color, but I'm only using color for the line. I'm not filling in stuff right now. And we don't want to forget Kitty. So I'm going to look at this, and there's certain lines I would definitely trace over, certain lines I'm going to skip over. So I'm going to make the hair part of the shape here. Then I'm going to continue this way. I'm not going to trace that corner. That would get painted over later. That would show that first trapezoid that I drew. I don't want to see a trapezoid. I want to see a cat. And I think I'm going to add a little line there for the mouth. This would get traced, but then it would continue along the contour edge of the ear. So I'm sort of thinking, how does this space interact with out here? It's very interesting to know that I've got that negative space that has more of an interesting line along it there. This I would jump over and continue here. So we're thinking about positive and negative space. Positive is where the cat actually is. Negative is the space around it. But then also we've been talking about foreground, middle ground, and background. This collar looks like it's in our foreground, but it curves around behind the cat into the background. Add that line, maybe he's kind of grumpy. Maybe even add a detail in there. All right, so now we are ready to paint.